What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we're going to take a look at Crota's End, and we're going to take a look at the Crota challenge, how to beat it for the Age of Triumph. Now, this is how my group ended up doing it the first night. As we know, things are going to change as people get more and more comfortable with this raid, but I want to go through what we actually did, and maybe that'll give you some ideas to go ahead and take into your own raid groups. But first, this raid is definitely different, but some of the old problems still persist. Like, where did that sword go? They took down the sword bearer and there was no sword, and unfortunately, that was not the only time that ended up happening. So we definitely still have some sword glitches, some sword bugs going on where the sword simply disappears. Right here, sword bearer goes down, I'm going to get absolutely nothing. The sword's gone, that's an automatic wipe. Nothing you can do about that, so don't be surprised if it happens to you if you see it happening, because it might, unfortunately. I believe it was only 2 times though that it happened to us. I believe those were both the times. Both times though, it's still snug. So anyway, again, what I was saying was this was our first time completing the brand new Crota challenge, so this is how we did it. I want to know some of your particular techniques as well below, because like I said, things are definitely going to change as people get more and more comfortable with the raid. So before we get too far in, we should talk about what the Crota challenge is. And basically, it's everybody could only pick up the sword once. So once you pick up the sword, you cannot pick it up again. And that sounds really easy, but that means that you need to have multiple sword bearers. We were definitely able to go ahead and get through this having only 3 sword bearers. One other thing is, a big thing in Crota's End used to be blade dancers. Blade dancers would go up there, they'd smack Crota 3 times, they'd drop the sword, blank strike him, go invisible, pick up the sword, and hit him 3 more times. That is a huge no-no. You can't do that. That's picking up the sword 2 times, so you can't do that. Blade dancers RIP on that. So you can go through it and have 3 different sword bearers. The idea is basically you want to go ahead and get 6 hits with each sword bearer, and you'll be able to take down Crota. That's basically your goal. So whenever you go ahead and get the sword, you're going to go over to one of the rock formations. We talked about how to run the sword as far as just some easy tips, and one of the big things we said was hit him 3 times. And surprise, surprise, that's exactly what you want to do. So as I get up there, I'm calling out as soon as I'm ready to go ahead and run, and I'm hitting him 3 times and then running to the opposite side. Now the reason why I'm doing this is we do not have any titans to distract boomers with a titan bubble. We basically have 2 warlocks and the rest are hunters, though the hunters, the golden gun hunters, are going to prove to be very, very valuable, because one thing that you didn't see, but you will see in just a little bit, is whenever Crota stands back up, he summons an oversoul. Not that anybody died or anything, he just summons an oversoul, so you need to take that down. What we ended up doing was we had 2 people focusing on damaging the oversoul, and the rest of the people were worried about going ahead and getting Crota down. You really don't need to split it up that much, because what ended up happening was our hunters, our golden gun hunters, had on Celestial Nighthawk. In Celestial Nighthawk, it just puts in work on the oversoul. Not much damage needs to be done after that. So like I said, we had 2 people doing oversouls. If you've got a hunter and he's got a Celestial Nighthawk, he will be your best friend, because sometimes Crota likes to spawn an extra oversoul. Not 100% sure on what the mechanic is for that just yet. Like I said, we've only run it that 1 time last night, and I haven't really got a chance to look into it. But whenever that surprise oversoul comes up, you're going to be glad that you have a Celestial Nighthawk on your side to deal out big time damage. Now, you don't really need to split it up that much. If everybody does have a Gjallarhorn, whenever Crota stands up the 2nd time, if everybody instantly fires the Gjallarhorn and then goes ahead and swaps to their sniper rifle and shoots at the oversoul, everybody, they should be able to take down the oversoul. It's just, that's going to be one of your priorities. You need to get Crota down immediately, and you need to immediately get down the oversoul. So here, I cannot run the sword again because I already did. So my job is I need to take down Crota's shield. I'm one of the people that's on Crota's shield duty. So I'm waiting for the call out. Right here, we're told I'm in position, firing off a rocket, and as Crota goes down, just watching the hits come in. And my duty is, as soon as I see Crota ready to be shot, I'm going to go ahead and fire off another Gjallarhorn. Boom, shooting it, and after that, just making sure that he's down, and then any shots that you can, put in the oversoul. But we already had our Celestial Nighthawk, and that Oversoul went down. So we're heading over to Ogres, but Crota spawned another Oversoul. Like I said, right here, we're really glad that we had that spare Celestial Nighthawk going on because they were able to go ahead and shoot it. Half the people were in the room already, not able to go ahead and get the shots off. That Oversoul surprised everybody, but it went down. Our run is still surviving. And we're at Ogres, so we totally forgot about Ogres the first time. I mean, nobody's really done Ogres for 2 years. So Ogres, we come into this room, we wait for the Ogres to spawn. We kill the one right here in this room, and then there's going to be one across from us in the other tower on the opposite side. But everybody is together right here, and we're going to go ahead and throw out our grenades, Gjallarhorns. I'm not going to shoot a Gjallarhorn from right here on top of them. I would die or take damage from my rocket, and I mean, that's just a bad idea. Also, I'm shooting the second Ogre with the sniper rifle because there are people in front of me. I don't want to accidentally shoot someone in the back, take damage from my rocket blast yet again. That would be a bad idea. I really thought we had the Ogre down, but apparently not. He was just walking back to the middle, and for some reason the gatekeeper's over here. Yeah, just be safe. As you're running back up here, hug the left wall. That's what you need to do. Also, watch out for cursed thralls. There was one right there. He exploded, but I was just on the fringe of it, so I took a little bit more damage. Luckily, though, we've got the chalice back, which I think was a great addition by Bungie. So I can go ahead, pick it up, then transfer it back to our sword bearer. Your sword bearer should always be the person that has the chalice. You're not going to take a lot of damage as the remaining teammates up here, but the sword bearer definitely has a chance of taking a lot of damage, especially to boomers or thralls or whatever it is that may be. Basically, you just need to keep your sword bearer alive at all costs. So I'm down to my final 2 rockets. We need to get the sword bearer down, but I don't want to waste my rockets. I want to make sure I've got him for Crota. We've been using a lot of heavy ammo since through this. So I'm standing here in position. As soon as we hear the call out to go ahead and fire off our rockets, you can see the volley of rockets out there, and land sharks going to town. I'm moving to the left because I'm so afraid of Coast stepping over to the right. As soon as we see Crota able to be damaged again, whenever he's vulnerable, rockets are out. Nobody really needs to worry about shooting the Oversoul because as soon as Crota goes down, the Oversoul goes away, and that's it. That's our first brand new Crota completion. There we go, lots and lots of loot. You can see we got an Adept weapon. It was a Fang, but we're going to take a look at it. We're going to briefly go over the loot that we ended up getting right here from Crota. That felt good. So it's kind of crazy to not rely on one sword bearer, to have to go through at least 3 sword bearers. If you've got a 4th person that won't just be totally afraid and freeze up whenever they have to go pick up the sword in case something goes wrong, that's always a good possibility, and that's always a good thing to have. So again, we got some Adept weapons, we got a regular Fang, and we got an Adept Fang. So let's quickly take a look at this. We'll get more in depth with these weapons in other videos in the future. But there it is. That's our Adept Fang with a burn. We also got the Song of Unearthed, the machine gun. We got a ghost shell, which is perfect. A perfect ghost shell. That's pretty nice. And of course, we ended up getting the emblem, which everybody, you have to put on the emblem as soon as you beat the challenge, right? And of course, we'll show you the ghost. The ghost is pretty cool. It doesn't do justice until you have it and you can spin it around a little bit. It's pretty awesome. So that felt good. Overall, I really do like the changes that Bungie ended up making to this raid. I feel they actually made the raid better than it was. So kudos to them. That new bridge encounter, really awesome. And Ear challenge, I love it. There's always got to be one person in the group, doesn't there? So that's Crota's challenge. That's how we ended up beating it. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raid, your drops, your Crota, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #challenge complete.